Hi, everyone. Like someone else mentioned, I thought this was going to be something done in the little room in the back with me and the camera. That's it. But that's okay. I'm here. Um, my story is in response to prompt 4. And so my own personal liberation journey can be traced back to my relationship with my hair. The seed of possibility was planted when I stepped on the campus of Spelman College. I bore witness to a sea of beautiful natural hairstyles of hundreds of black women, and it was overwhelming in the greatest way possible. I went home that evening to recall this experience to my mom and explore the possibility of wearing my own hair naturally. Unfortunately, that seed was quickly uprooted as my mama began to list all the reasons why that was such a bad idea. Well, Joy, your hair texture may not be as manageable or nice to look at. And besides, wearing your hair like that is not very professional. While hurtful, I don't believe that it was her objective to be hurtful. And I imagine in her mind, she was being protective by making sure that I didn't negate that good college degree by walking around with nappy hair. Nevertheless, her words were damaging enough to make me abandon the idea, but I didn't realize how those words planted themselves deep into my psyche until decades later. Have you ever had a moment when something came out of your mouth or popped into your head and created this immediate case of cognitive dissonance? Okay, not just me. Cool. My moment happened in a bell hooks workshop. I found myself torn between a fangirl moment while simultaneously wondering why she had worn her hair in plaits like that to a professional event. I gasped internally as the realization set in. That seed of respectability politics had firmly implanted itself without my full knowledge or consent. And to add insult to injury, I was a supernatural girly at the time and a card-carrying black feminist scholar. But here I was, fully entrenched in dominant culture, beauty standard BS. And unlike the conversation with my mama, I now had the language and the understanding. And so I did the work. I noted my own bias and buy into respectability politics. But that doggone white supremacy, it was like a weed that you kept plucking, yet it continued to grow. Fast forward another 7 to 8 years or so, my hair is locked now, and I had this thing with my loctician where I would go get my locks braided or plaited. And I was also always very careful to schedule those appointments during the weekend to allow time for the braids to set, but while also ensuring that I could come back to work Monday morning presentable. When Bell Hooks passed away and her image was posted and reposted for several weeks, it sparked something in me. I began to finally realize and appreciate how she was able to model what liberation could look like for me. That day, I decided to wear my plaited locks to work. The arrival of liberation came with some super great weed killer, courtesy of the legacy of Bell Hooks. I was able to create a version of myself that was rooted in my heritage, self-love, and affirmation of what a professional black woman can look like. Thank you.